When those bills start piling up, be it from a bit too much retail therapy, unexpected medical expenses, or just life-throwing curveballs, it's like a weight pressing down on you, both mentally and physically. If your credit card is feeling the heat month after month, don't sweat it. Tackling debt might seem like climbing Everest, but it's doable bit by bit with the right strategy. Stay with us till the end as we low down on some strategies that can help lighten that load, specifically focusing on that tricky credit card debt. Kicking off your debt-clearing journey starts with setting a solid goal, kind of like planning a cross-country road trip. You wouldn't just jump in the car and drive aimlessly, right? You need a clear destination, a well-thought-out route, and maybe some killer playlists for the ride. Now, when we talk about tackling debt, especially the kind that grows faster than a backyard weed, I'm looking at you, high-interest credit cards and loans, having a game plan is non-negotiable. This isn't a mad dash to the finish line, it's more like a steady-paced marathon. It's going to test your patience, challenge your discipline, and yeah, you're going to need some metaphorical running shoes, ones built for endurance. So, grab a pen, a piece of paper, or your digital notepad, and start crafting those goals. Make them SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, timely. Think of it as setting up your personal GPS for financial freedom. With each checkpoint, you're not just moving closer to paying off that debt. You're building a habit, a discipline that'll serve you well beyond just clearing those balances. So, buckle up, get those goals in order, and let's hit the road to debt freedom. It's time to turn those financial burdens into a rearview mirror memory. Diving into the nitty-gritty, let's break down this game changer called the snowball method. Picture this. You're standing at the foot of a snow-covered hill, ready to roll a tiny snowball all the way to the top. That's how you tackle your debts with this strategy, starting small and gaining momentum with each win. You'll want to line up your debts like ducks in a row, from the itty-bitty ones to the towering giants. Keep the big guys on a leash with minimum payments and unleash your financial might on the smallest debt. It's like knocking over dominoes. You hit the first one, and the rest just follow. Each debt you demolish is a notch on your belt, a boost to your debt-busting morale. It's not just about paying off what you owe, it's about turning it into a thrilling quest where every victory propels you closer to the ultimate prize, freedom from debt. So, gear up, aim for that first target, and let the snowball roll. With each debt you crush, you're not just clearing numbers. You're building a fortress of financial confidence, ready to take on bigger challenges. If you're the type who likes to face the toughest challenge head-on, then the avalanche method might just be your cup of tea. Think of it as facing the final boss in a video game right from the start. This strategy is all about zeroing in on those high-interest rate debts first, the real heavyweights of your financial burdens, while still maintaining minimum payments on the lighter ones. It's akin to strategizing in a chess game, targeting the most powerful pieces on the board first. The approach might feel like a slow climb up a steep hill, but the view from the top is worth it. You're essentially cutting down the most expensive debts first, which means you're saving a heap in interest as you go along. It's a methodical, calculated move that requires patience and discipline, but the payoff is a smoother path to financial freedom. So, if you're ready for a marathon rather than a sprint, and you don't mind the long haul, the avalanche method could be your winning strategy in the battle against debt. If you're juggling a bunch of different debts and feeling like you're in over your head, think of a consolidation loan as your financial lifeboat. Imagine rounding up all those pesky little debts, the credit cards, the personal loans, the ever-growing interest rates, and bundling them into one neat package. This isn't just about simplifying your life, it's about snagging a better deal with a lower interest rate to boot. It's like hitting the reset button on your finances. Instead of playing a never-ending game of catch-up with multiple creditors, you've got just one manageable payment to focus on. It's a smoother, smarter way to navigate the choppy waters of debt and steer yourself towards calmer financial seas. If you're like a circus performer juggling multiple high-interest credit cards, it's time to pull a clever trick out of your sleeve with a balance transfer card. Picture this. You're transferring all those hefty balances from your high APR cards to one with a much lower APR. Suddenly, It's not just minimum payments you're making, you're actually chipping away at the principal. It's as if you've redirected a raging river of interest into a calm canal that flows directly towards paying down your debt. This isn't just a slick move, it's a strategic one that turns the tide in your favor, ensuring that every dollar you pay makes a bigger splash in reducing your overall debt. It's like having a financial GPS that reroutes you away from the high-interest highway and onto the road to freedom from debt. But here's the kicker. To really tackle that debt, you've got to put those credit cards on ice, at least for a while. It's tough, but it's about breaking the cycle. Use cash or a debit card instead, so you're only spending what you actually have. It's a reality check, a way to keep your spending in line with your real-world budget. All right, let's talk about getting your finances in shape, kind of like going on a budget diet. You know how small leaks can sink a big ship? Same goes for your budget. Take a good, hard look at where your money's trickling away. It could be those morning lattes that somehow add up to a small fortune by the end of the month. Or maybe it's the pile of subscription services that you've collected, like digital dust bunnies, that you hardly ever click on. Each dollar you manage to save from these seemingly minor expenses is like recruiting a mini financial warrior, ready to battle your debt head-on. Think of it as enlisting an army of savings, with every penny pinched gearing up to help you conquer that debt mountain. It's not just about cutting back, it's about strategically redirecting your resources to where they'll serve you best, in defeating debt and reclaiming your financial freedom. Think about beefing up your income with a side gig. In today's gig economy, there's a treasure trove of opportunities waiting for you, perfectly tailored to your unique skills and the time you've got on your hands. Picture yourself zooming through the city, delivering groceries to grateful customers, tapping away at your keyboard as a freelance wordsmith, or transforming your crafty hobbies into cold, hard cash online. This isn't just about making a few extra bucks. It's about putting your talents to work in a way that can seriously speed up wiping out those debts. Every dollar you rake in from your side hustle is like adding a turbo boost to your debt repayment plan, propelling you closer to that sweet spot of financial freedom. And don't overlook the stuff you've got lying around. That clutter in your closet could be worth more than you think. Online marketplaces like eBay or Facebook Marketplace are your virtual yard sale, a way to turn your unused items into cash to chip away at that debt. Remember, tackling debt is about taking control bit by bit. It's about setting those goals, choosing your strategy, and sticking to it. Whether it's the snowball method, a consolidation loan, or a good old-fashioned budget tightening, the key is to keep moving forward. You've got this. And hey, if you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more practical wisdom. Got your own debt-busting tips or a topic you'd like us to cover? Drop a comment below. We're all about sharing the knowledge and helping each other out. Thanks for watching, and here's to a debt-free future.